Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli wa nusallimu ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd. Just a quick revision. So we've been looking at noun and we are clarifying the situation or the status of noun from 4 different angles. Whether the noun is ma'rifa or nakira, is it singular, plural or dual, wahid, tathniya or jama', is it muzakkar or muannas, or is it marfu, mansub and majroor? And ma'rifa and nakira, you know there are several different types. We have covered some of them. Ismu dhamir, which is the pronoun, he, she, it, they, ana, huwa, huma, hum, he, all that paradigm that you've memorized inshallah ta'ala by now. Ismul alam is a proper nouns. Likewise, ismu ishara, which we covered last week. Mu'arraf billam, an-nakira, added a nakira that has al, which is actually al, lam of ta'rif, to make it ma'rifa. So the rajulun from nakira group, if you put al on it, it will become ar-rajulu, then that will be ma'rifa. And then munada, calling upon someone. So the person that you're calling, you know, it's identified, so it has to be ma'rifa, known, identified. And then mudaf ila ma'rifa, mawsul as well, we haven't covered that yet. And for nakira, you have a being and an attribute. When you put them together, they become compound, and we've covered some of the incomplete ones, which is murakkab tawsifi and idafi, and also ishari, murakkab ishari. Isme ishara, musharun ilay together become murakkab ishari. Murakkab jari as well, but we will do that again at some point. And if it gives complete sense, clear meaning, you can put a full stop. You don't expect any more information on that. That's a murakkab tam, a complete compound or a sentence. And sentences of 2 types, jumla ismiya, jumla fi'liya. From the incomplete compound, we covered murakkab tawsifi. The first part is called mawsuf, second is called sifa. Man'ut is another name for that. Na'at is the same, praise or attribute or adjective. Na'at or man'ut. Mawsuf, sifa, man'ut, na'at, same thing. And they correspond to each other in all 4 respects that we've been looking at noun from, with one exception, that if there was jama of ghair aqil, plural of unintelligent being, then the sifa tends to be, in most cases, wahid mu'annath, because it is treated as a group. A group in Arabic is called jama'ah, jama'atun, a feminine word, jama'atun ta at the end, and it is singular. So singular, feminine would be the sifa there. Every word or the noun in Arabic is considered masculine unless there is a reason or sign to suggest otherwise. So Maryam, for example, is a name of a female. Zainab, likewise, are many. Aruz, attribute of a bride, the attribute of a woman. Likewise, Salihah, rounded ta at the end. Aisha, Fatima. Alif maqsura, Uzma, Salma, Na'ma. And alif mamduda with alif and hamza at the end. Zahra, Sahra, Zarqa. And paired organs of the body like yadun, rijlun, aynun, udhunun, ears, ayn, eye, yadun, hand, rijl, feet or leg. And the names of places or tribes, Misr, Egypt, Quraysh, the tribe. And there are certain sima'i which are, as we heard from Arabs, using it as a feminine. Nafs, Shams, Harb, Nar, Dar, they are all feminine. There's a list of them. With practice, you would know them. Then we look at number. In Arabic, you have wahid, tathniya and jama'. Singular, dual and plural. So tathniya or musanna. Ani, aini, aini is the way to look at them. That is a sign of tathniya in marfu, mansub and majroor state respectively. Jama' is of 2 types. Mukassar, which is broken, whereby the structure of the word or the noun has been changed or chopped or deleted or edited, had extra letter, extra haraka change from this to that. Any change in the original makeup of the word, it gets the title broken. And the one that keeps the original format, just adding extra letters to it or signs to it, then that becomes salim, means sound, wholesome. And for mu'annath, you have atun, atin, atin added right at the end. For muzakkar, una, ina, ina in marfu, mansub, and majroor states respectively. Okay, the example was given that of shajarun. So shajarun is wahid, singular. Shajaran, shajarin, yeah, marfu, mansub, majroor. Shajarun, shajaran, shajarin. Tathniya, shajarani, shajaraini, shajaraini. Mukassar, ashjarun. أشجارا أشجار مرفوع منصوب مجرور مكسر and واحد, they take the same tanween, and without tanween they would take fatha dhamma kasra, one of them if there was al on it. So they work together, they're the same ones. And for example of muannas, obviously you can have shajaratun, shajaratin, shajaratin, but there's no shajaruna as in mudhakkar plural. But that's why I just took talibuna, talibina, talibina, muslimuna, muslimina, muslimina. Okay, marfu and mansub states are same here, here, and here. Jumla ismiya, jumla fi'liya, the sentence that begins with a fi'l is jumla fi'liya. We haven't covered that yet. The statement of complete compound, murakkab tam, jumla, that starts off with an ism, a noun, is jumla ismiya, nominal sentence. Mubtada is the first part, second part is called khabar, subject, predicate. Then we covered murakkab idafi, which is the noun of possession, the compound of possession. First part is called mudaf, second part is called mudaf ilayh. Mudaf does not take al or tanween. Mudaf ilayh is always in majroor state, and nothing can interpose between mudaf and mudaf ilayh. If you want to bring a sifa of mudaf, the first part, then it has to come after mudaf ilayh, not next to mudaf. And there could be more than one mudaf, and mudaf ilayh, you know, the door of the house of the leader of the country, something of that sort. So of will just become possessed by something, yeah. Then declension, there's certain noun that would decline fully. Certain they would not decline at all. So those who do not decline means they do not express their declension are called mabniyat. Those who do show it, they express it, they are called munsarif and غير munsarif. They are of two types. They're called mu'rab. So mu'rab, mabni. Mu'rab and mabni. So mabni is of two types, munsarif, غير munsarif. Munsarif, which declines fully, and غير munsarif, it partially declines. So the munsarif would take either fatatan, dhammatan, kasratan, or one of those because of al, or they take una, ina, ina, ani, aini, aini. This is how it goes. Okay, or atun, atin, atin. Okay, so this is how it goes. But the غير munsarif are the one, they would only take dhamma, fatha, fatha, not dhamma, fatha, kasra. Dhamma, fatha, kasra is the natural order, but it doesn't follow that. The kasra is denoted by fatha in this group, and they do not take tanween. They do not take any of those four. They can only take these two, and this one is replaced by this one. Okay, so marfu, mansub, majroor state, nominative, accusative, and genitive states. So the kasra would be replaced with fatha. We covered that, why that happened. We'll leave that for the time being. And then we covered asma sitta mukabbara, those 6 specific nouns, abun, akhun, hamun, yeah. So they are done slightly differently. So if they're mudaf to yai mutakallim, if you want to say my brother, it would be akhi, 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 abi, 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 hami, 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 same for all 3. Okay, they can be possessed by, means they can be mudaf to a noun or a pronoun. So abuhu, akhahu, abihi is all fine. like Abu Bakr, Abu Hafsa, Aba Hafsa, Abi Zaydin, so all fine. It can work all three ways. Then we looked at munada, so we say isme nida, or the nida, harfun nida, sorry, particles of nida are aya, haya, ay. So you call upon someone by using those particles. Oh, so and so. So aya, ay. And the one being called is called munada, munada. And munada can be either mansub or marfu at this level. Just remember this much. So munada mansub when it is mudaf. So ya abdallah. So the abd is mudaf to mudaf ilay Allah. So that is why it is mansub. Ya abdallah. Ya nisa an-nabi. Oh, the wives of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya nuhu. If it is marfu, then it could be either alam, ya nuhu, proper noun, ya zaidu, or it is nakira, singular, ya rajulu, ya bintu, or it is mu'arraf billah with al, so then you have to put ya ayyuhal ladina for mudhakkar, ya ayyuhal muslimu, or for muannas, feminine, you will say ya ayyatuhal muslima. And then we covered asma'ul ishara, and this is for qareeb and for ba'id. Qareeb is near, for near, and for far is ba'id. So hada, this, hadani, these two, and haula, these all. So for jama, for mudhakkar and muannas, masoob, majroor, and marfu, all three states are exactly the same. Same word goes throughout. Likewise, hada for all three mudhakkar, same state. It doesn't change its position. For muannas, hadihi for all three states, marfu, mansoob, and majroor. For tathniya, hadani, hadaini, hadaini, ani, aini, aini, hatani, hataini, hataini. It goes like that. Likewise for ishara lil ba'id, indication for far is dhaka or dhalika, same thing. Dhaka, dhalika, same. Dhaka, all three states. Or taka for feminine, or tilka, tilka, tilka rasul, tilka. And for tathniya, dhanika, dhainika, dhainika, tanika, tainika, tainika. Marfu, mansuban, majrur state. Jama ulaika for all of them. Mudhakkar, muannas, all three states. Then we did asma'ul ishara. So we said asma'ul ishara, murakkab ishari. You can have as a murakkab, or you can have just mufrad. So mufrad is singular, hada or tilka. So the hada kitabun. This is a book. That's it. Done. Mubtada khabar. Tilka shamsun. Tilka shamsun. This is a sun. And that's it. Mubtada khabar. They are not murakkab ishari. This is not murakkab ishari. Murakkab ishari is only when there is isme ishara and musharun ilay, and musharun ilay has those conditions fulfilled. Musharun ilay must have a al on it. It must have al on it, or it is mudaf. Either it is mudaf or it has al on it. If it is with al, it comes after isme ishara. Isme ishara mu'arraf billah. Al. Hadha rajulu. This man. Jumla is not complete. The sentence is not complete. You still wait for something to come afterwards. It's not completed. You say, Hadha rajul, this man. What? Say something about it. Hadha al-kitab, this kitab, la rayba fi. Okay, something has to come after it. Although when you say Hadha kitab, then it is complete sentence. This is a book. Hadha shams, or hadihi shams. This is a sun. Tilka shams. If you want to say tilka shams with al, this would become murakkab ishari. So without al, complete sentence. With al, murakkab ishari. And if you want to not have al on the musharun ilayhi, then you have, because it is mudaf, and mudaf cannot take al, so you are stuck there. So how would you denote it? How do you suggest that this is murakkab ishari? You have to bring that mudaf ilayh construction at the beginning. So you would say kitabun plus ar-rajuli hada. So you would say kitabur rajuli hada. Okay, it goes like this. Kitabur, because it cannot take tanween now, it is mudaf. Ar-rajuli هذا. Okay, that becomes a complete bit. Yeah. So this book of the man or book of this man. So كتاب الرجل هذا, this book of the man. And then you have to add something after it because this is now musharun ilayh. Then we looked at some of the adawatul istifham, some of the particles, some of the words which are used to ask question, WH question, who, how, where from, that sort of words. So aina, where, kaifa, how, man, who, mata, when, lima or limada, why, anna, from where, come, how many or how much, ayyuna, ayyatun, which, mada or ma, what. So these pronouns are used at the beginning of sentences. Man abuk, who is your father? Ma lawnu qamisik, mudaf mudaf ilayh. What is the color of your shirt? Kam umruk, how much is your age? Means how old are you? Kayfa sihhatuk, how is your health? When they are used as mudaf ilayh, they will follow the mudaf as per rule. There would be kitabu man. So then it would go like this. Kitabu man. Man kitab, obviously, which book? Man kitab, whose book? That doesn't make sense. Man kitab doesn't make sense. Kitabu man hada. Whose book is this? So you have to make it mudaf mudaf ilayh. And then you can sometimes add harf jar, preposition before it, and these preposition would give slight different meaning to it. So fima, in what? To where? Ila ain, become how much? Lima, what for? Liman, who for? Min aina, from where? Amma, regarding what? Mimman, from whom? Mimma, from what? Ila mata, until when? Okay. Yeah, so if you put li before that, then you have to bring it at the beginning. La has to come before. Liman hadha al-qalam, for who is this pen? Okay, liman hadha al-qalam. Liman al-mulku al-yawm, for who is the day today? For who is the kingdom today? Then ayyatun and ayyun, which? Ayyun, which one? They come as mudaf as well, actually. They become mudaf to the succeeding noun. So normally, if the word after this ayyun or ayyatun, feminine, masculine, is indefinite, nakira, then you have to bring that as a singular noun. And you have to make it mudaf, so you do not keep tanween there. So example, ayyu rajulin, which men? Ayyatum ra'atin, which woman? Which woman, sorry. Ayyatum ra'atin, which woman? Okay, so you put them together as mudaf mudaf ilayh. Obviously, mudaf does not take tanween, so you have to drop that tanween. You say ayyu as opposed to ayyun. And mudaf ilayh would take the majrur state. So ayyu rajulin. So this rajulin, which is a noun after ayyu and ayyatu, they should be singular and majrur. See, singular, majrur if they are nakira. If they're nakira, they're singular and majrur. If they're marifa, it has to be plural. If you want to say which of the women, then the meaning would be which woman, which of the women, which of the men. So then it would be ayyatur rijal, ayyatun nisa, ayyur rijal, sorry, ayyur rijal, jama. It would be plural and it would be definite. Here it is singular and it is nakira. Here it is plural and it is ma'rifa. Ayyatun nisa, which of the women? Which of the men? Ayyur rijali. Okay, so that's how it goes. So again, is it mudaf with jama and ma'rifa, or is it mudaf with wahid and nakira? So if mudaf ilayh is jama and ma'rifa ayyatun nisa, then it would be one group. The translation would be which of the women, and here it would be ayyatum ra'atin, which woman. Okay, that is how it's used. Okay, some practice inshallah ta'ala. Masmuka ya walad. So remember, it is ismuka, ma ismuka, but you drop that hamzatul wasl and connect it with the ma before it. Masmuk, what is your name? Ya walad, O son. Ismi Abdullahi ya sayyidi. My name is Abdullah. My name is Muqtada Abdullah. Mudaf mudaf ilayh becomes the khabar. O sir, my name is Abdullah. Masmu abika ya Abdullah. What is the name of your father? Mudaf mudaf ilayh. See, abi is mudaf to ism and abi is mudaf ilay of ism, and then it's mudaf to ka coming afterwards, which is the pronoun. So ma ismu abika. What is your father's name? The name of your father, the name of the father of you. This is what it says. Or you can say your father's name. What is your father's name? Okay. Mudaf mudaf ilayh, mudaf mudaf ilayh. Ya Abdullah. See, mudaf munada is mudaf to lafzi Allah here. So ya Abdullah, mansoob, not Abdullah anymore. Here it was Abdullah without ya. It was just a khabar. My name is Abdullah. Here, ya Abdullah, oh Abdullah. So you have to make it mansoob. Munada mudaf is mansoob. Ismuhu Ahmad ibn Muhammad. His name is Ahmad, the son of Muhammad. Mudaf mudaf ilayh. Okay, this is the sifa of Ahmad. That's why it takes the same letter. Ahmadu ibnu. You drop that hamza because it's combined with this dal now. Ahmad ibn Muhammad. Min aina antum? Where are you from? Nahnu min Makkah. We are from Makkah. Min is preposition. It makes you Makkah, the word after it, the noun after it, into majroor state. Yet, this is ghayru munsarif. It does not take kasra as jar state, majroor state. Rather, its kasra is denoted by fatha. Its jar is denoted by a fatha. Okay? This is that from diptoed group. Mamnu' min as-sarf group. إلى أين ذاهبون أنتم? Where are you going to? إلى أين? To where are you going? You going. نحن ذاهبون إلى الهند. We are going to India, Hind. كيف حالكم? How are you? How is your health? How is your status? كيف حالكم? Your state. How is your state? Means how are you? Alhamdulillah. All praise be to Allah. نحن بالعافية. We are with okay state. Afia, we're in good state. We are with no problem. Kam waladan laka ya Khalid. How many sons do you have, O Khalid? Kam, the ism after that is normally in mansoob state. If you are asking a question, so it's called kam istifhamiya. Kam waladan, how many sons have you got, O Khalid? Li khamsatu awladin ya sayyidi. I have 5 children, O sir. Kam bintan hadiratun fil madrasa. How many girls are present in the madrasa? Ya sayyidi khamsuna bintan hadiratun al-yawma fil madrasa. O sir, 50 girls are present today in madrasa. Kam laka min al-ikhwani wal-akhawat. How many for you are from brothers and sisters? Mean how many brothers and sisters do you have? Okay. Li ukhtan. I have 2 sisters. Wa akhun, and a brother. Wahidun, and 1 brother. Become hadhihi al-baqaratu as-saminatu. How much is this fat cow? Samina. هذه البقرة, this baqarah, this cow is مشار اسم إشارة مشار إليها. This baqarah is ب20 روبية, 20 rupees. لما جالس أنت هنا? Why are you sitting here? Why are you sitting here? أنا جالس, I'm sitting لأمر ضروري, for an important work, important task, for some important work. Okay, لأمر ضروري, I've got some important things to do. ما هذا? What is this? هذا قلم الرصاص. This is a pencil. قلم الرصاص, they used to use lead pencils. So that was lead pencil. Okay, lead pen or pencil. وما ذاك, and what is that? ذاك قلم الحبر. This is ink pen, the pen with ink. حبر is ink. ما هذه, what is this? هذه دوات. This is ink pot. دوات, ink pot. وماذا في الدوات? What is in the ink pot? في الدوات حبر. In the ink pot is ink. من هذان الرجلان? Who are these two men? هذان الرجلان. إشارة and مشار إليه. هذان عمي وخالي. These two are my paternal uncle and maternal uncle. Chacha and Mamu. Ammi wa Khali. Am, brother of your father. Khal, brother of your sister. Of your mother, sorry. Brother of your mother. Brother of your father, brother of... So he says, my father's brother and my mother's brother. Ammi wa Khali. وَمَنْ تِلْكَ الْبِنْتُ بَيْنَهُمَا. And who is this girl in between them? Who is that girl in between the two? بَيْنَهُمَا. In between huma, those two. تِلْكَ أُخْتِيَ الصَّغِيرَةُ زُبَيْدَةُ. That is my youngest sister, young sister, Zubaydah. Ukhti, my sister. As-Saghiratu, my sister, young sister. Zubaydah, my little sister, Zubaydah. أي رجل جالس خلفك. Who, which man? أي رجل, which man is sitting خلفك, behind you? ذاك أخي الكبير حامد. This is my older brother Hamid. من هؤلاء الرجال? Who are these men? هؤلاء أساتذة المدرسة. These are teachers of the madrasa. من هؤلاء النساء? Who are these women? هن معلمات في مدرسة البنات. These are teachers in girls' school. أين أخوك الصغير? Where is your younger brother? هو ذهب إلى المدرسة. He went to مدرسة. متى ذهب? When did he go? ذهب قبل ساعتين. He went 2 hours ago. قبل ساعتين. قبل works as مضاف مضاف إليه. This is ظرف, adverb. And it works like مضاف مضاف إليه. That's why this is in مجرور state. مضاف إليه is always in مجرور state. آتٌ آتٍ آتٍ. Okay, and then, sorry, this is for singular. ساعة ساعة ساعة. But when it comes to تثنية, when it comes to تثنية, آني أيني أيني. ساعتان ساعتين ساعتين. Okay, these two. لمن هذا الكتاب? For who is this book? هذا هو كتابي. This is my book. من ربك? Who is your Lord? الله ربي. Allah is my Lord. من نبيك? Who is your prophet? محمد رسول الله نبي. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is my prophet. ما دينك? What is your religion? الإسلام الديني. Islam is my religion. Okay, and we did that in lam, lamma, lami amr, la nahi. All these work on mudari' and make them in majzoom state, in a state where the last letter is sakina. If there was dhamma, it would be changed to sukoon. If there was noon i'rabi, you would drop it. For noon niswa, which is the sign of feminine plural, you do not do anything to it. So ya'budu becomes ya'bud. In ya'bud. Lam ya'bud. Lamma ya'bud. Lam li ya'bud. La ya'bud. Okay, la ta'bud. That's how it goes. Okay, jazm. You drop the noon. And lam amr for the middle class, for the middle group, which is this one. What would happen here? Ignore the middle bit. We'll give you a ruling. There's a different ruling. Okay, liya'bud, liya'buda, liya'budu for lam amr. Okay, but when it comes to the middle class, this group, so you have to do some certain changes. You cannot just say ta'bud. It has to be different. You have to drop that hamzatul, alamati mudari', which is ta in all of those cases, second person. Drop all of that, and then you're left with first letter, which is sakina. Ain is silent, sakin. You have to put hamzatul wasl, and depending on the middle letter, which is ain kalima, the haraka of that, if it is dhamma pesh, then the hamzatul wasl takes pesh or dhamma. If it is kasra or fatha, this hamzatul wasl alif would take kasra. Okay, this is how it says here. So take mudari form. from ثلاثي مجرد we're talking about, not mazid fi, not other groups, only ثلاثي مجرد, 6 groups from there. Remove the sign of mudari, which is ya, ta, whatever, and then add hamzatul wasl because the first letter is silent. Now you have to have hamzatul wasl and put dhamma or kasra depending on the case. Okay, and then make the last letter majzoom. Okay, let's do that. So look at that. Yasma'u, this is mudari. Sami'a yasma'u, yasma'u. So if you drop the alamat mudari, what would happen? If there was no ya there, the first letter is seen. What harakat is that? Not sign means there's no sign in it. So you have to put hamzatul wasl. In Arabic, first letter cannot be silent. You have to put hamzatul wasl to connect it. And how do you do that? If the middle letter, which is mim, ra, and ta, these are middle letters, ra, ra, ba, sama'a, sami'a, exactly, sami'a, daraba, fataha. The middle letter, if it has fatha or kasra, it takes kasra. Hamzatul wasl takes kasra. If it is fatha or kasra, the hamzatul wasl takes kasra. And if it has dhamma, which is bu, su, ru, ain kalima hai dhamma on it, then you do the same, remove alamat mudari, which is ya in all 3 cases. It should be actually ta'budu, but anyway, just to give you some idea. U'bud amr. Okay, O man, worship Allah. Because of dhamma, you put dhamma on the hamzatul wasl. Okay, so remember, ta'budu, ta'budani, ta'buduna, ta'budina, ta'budani, ta'buduna. That was the second person. Okay, second person, going all the way. Singular, dual, plural, singular, dual, plural, masculine, feminine. So what would you do? You remove that alamat muzari, which is ta. So you're left with ayn, badal. Ayn is sakina. You put hamzatul wasl. Now this hamzatul wasl needs fatha, dhamma, or kasra. In thulasi mujarrad, you can only have dhamma or kasra, no fatha there in amr of thulasi mujarrad group. So you follow the ayn kalima. Ayn kalima is with dhamma, so you put dhamma. If it has kasra or fatha, you put kasra here. No fatha, it doesn't take fatha in this 6 categories. And then you make the last letter silent and sukoon, yeah. Where there is dhamma, we change to sukoon. Where there was alamat mudari, you make it dropped, you drop it. Like what, i'rab, alamat noon or noon i'rabi, noon of declension, you drop that noon. Okay, noon, because these are in place of tanween. Likewise, this noon gets dropped, this one. But this one is noon of plural, feminine plural. That doesn't get dropped, that stays. Okay, so then we said, let's practice on this. Dakhala yadkhulu, what would that be amr? Udkhul. Bakhila yabkhalu, ibkhal. Jalasa yajlisu, ijlis. Dhahaba yadhabu, idhab. Kataba yaktubu, uktub. Ghasala yaghsilu, ighsil. Qara'a yaqra'u, iqra'. See? So it doesn't matter whether it's fatha or kasra. On the middle letter, you still put kasra. Dhamma goes with dhamma. Yadkhulu, okay? Remember that. Okay, that's that. Okay, التدريب الثالث عشر. 13th exercise. أجب عن الأسئلة التالية. Answer the following question. هل في الفصل كرسي? Is in the classroom a chair? نعم. Yes. نعم في الفصل كرسي. Or you can say more than one. نعم في الفصل ثلاثة كراسي. كراسي. 3 chairs or whatever. هل في الحقيبة كراسة? Remember they look a bit similar, but don't get confused. Kursi and kurrasa. Kurrasa is nothing to do with chair. It means notebook. هل في الحقيبة is in the satchel, in the bag. Kurrasa is in your rucksack. Kurrasa, a notebook. نعم في الحقيبة كراستان. There are 2 notebooks. هل في الفصل مدرس is in the class a teacher. نعم, in the class. مدرس, a teacher. هل في المعهد مسجد is in the university a masjid. نعم في المسجد مسجد كبير, a big masjid. هل في السوق خضروات, is in the market vegetable. نعم في السوق خضروات كثيرة, many vegetables. هل في الحديقة شجرة, is in the garden a tree. نعم في الحديقة أشجار كثيرة, too many trees. هل أمام السبورة كرسي, هل أمام السبورة كرسي, is in front of the blackboard or the board a chair. لا, الكرسي خلف السبورة. You can say like that. The chair is behind the board, or you can say in front of board. I'm just making up. هل أمام البيت حديقة, is in front of house a garden. لا, بل الحديقة, but the garden is خلف البيت, behind the house. Up to you. You can say نعم or لا, up to you. هل أمام القفص حارس, is in front of the cage a keeper. نعم أمام القفص حارس. هل أمام البيت سيارة, is in front of the house a car. نعم أمام البيت سيارة جميلة, a beautiful car. هل أمام الحجرة سجادة, is in front of the room a prayer mat or a carpet. نعم أمام الحجرة سجارة كبيرة, a big carpet. كبيرة because سجادة is مؤنث, so كبيرة. Yeah, when you stop the ta becomes ha. هل أمام السور شجرة, is in front of the wall a tree. نعم أمام السور شجرة one tree. Okay, leave that there. And finally, حسن العاقبة, good ending. ولم يشغل يوسف هذا الملك العظيم عن الله ولم يغيره. This kingdom, when Yusuf had the kingdom of Egypt, this kingdom did not busy Yusuf alayhi salam. This big kingdom, mulkun azim is the sifat of mulk. This big kingdom did not busy Yusuf alayhi salam from Allah, and it did not change him. Means he did not stop connecting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was not ghafil from Allah. He was not heedless or negligent. So lam appears on mudari, and what does it do to mudari? It changes it into madi, in the past. So that's why did not, rather than, although mudari is for present and future, but shaghala yashghulu. Shaghala yashghulu both ways. So yashghalu. So this ya is alamat of mudari. This is mudari. So, but with lam, it gets into mazi form. The translation is, he did not. Busy. What did not busy? Al-mulkul azim. Hada al-mulkul azim. This big kingdom, mulk kingdom. This big kingdom did not busy Yusuf alayhi salam, who's the maf'ul, that's why it's mansoob. Anillah, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it did not change him, who is for Yusuf alayhi salam. وَكَانَ Yusuf, and Yusuf alayhi salam, يَذْكُرُ اللَّهَ, Yusuf alayhi salam used to remember Allah, وَيَعْبُدُهُ, and he used to worship him, وَيَخَافُهُ, and he used to fear him. وَكَانَ Yusuf, and Yusuf alayhi salam, يَحْكُمُ بِحُكْمِ اللَّهِ, used to judge with the judgment of Allah, وَيُنَفِّذُ أَوَامِرَ اللَّهِ, and he would implement the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ, awamir is plural of amr. Amr is command here. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ لَا يَرَى الْمُلْكَ كَثِيرًا. Yusuf alayhi salam would not see the kingdom big, a lot. وَلَا يَعُدُّهُ شَيْئًا كَبِيرًا. So he would not consider it to be a big thing. He would not count it anything big. وَكَانَ يُوسُفُ لَا يُحِبُّ, and Yusuf alayhi salam did not want أَن يَمُوتَ, that he dies مَوْتَ مَلِكٍ, a death of a king. وَيُحْشَرُ مَعَ الْمُلُوكِ, and he did not like to be resurrected or gathered with the kings. بَلْ كَانَ يُحِبُّ, but he used to love or would want أَنْ يَمُوتَ مَوْتَ عَبْدٍ, that he dies a death of a slave. وَيُحْشَرُ مَعَ الصَّالِحِينَ, and that he is gathered on the day of judgment with صالحين, with the righteous ones. وَكَانَ دُعَاءُ يُوسُفَ, Yusuf alayhi salam's dua would be مضاف مضاف إليه. Diptote غير منصرف, that's why the majroor state of مضاف إليه is denoted by fatha, because this is non-Arabic word and it is a proper noun. Those two reasons are there to make it ممنوع من الصرف. رب قد آتيتني من الملك وعلمتني من تأويل الأحاديث فاطر السماوات والأرض أنت وليي في الدنيا والآخرة توفني مسلما وألحقني بالصالحين. O my Lord, indeed you have given me the kingdom and you taught me the interpretation of dreams, plus even the words. People come up with some statements, the talks, and he could interpret it. You are the creator of the universe, the heavens and the earth. You are my wali, my friend in this world, and you are my supporter in this world and in life hereafter. Let me die in the state of Islam. Let me die as someone who submit to you, complete surrender. وَأَلْحِقْنِي, and join me, make me be with the righteous. Join me with the righteous. وَتَوَفَّاهُ اللَّهُ مُسْلِمًا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him death in the state of complete submission, Muslim. وَأَلْحَقَهُ بِآبَائِهِ, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala united him with his parents, his fathers, Ibrahim wa Ishaq wa Yaqub sallallahu alayhim. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends his blessings and mercy upon them, wa ala nabiyyina, and upon our prophet, wa sallam, and his salutation. So inshallah that finishes here. So we start with the story of Nuh alayhi salam after what happened, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.